welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to finally be posting this video because it's been long overdue. I am going to be talking to you about my first trimester pregnancy recap, and I'm just so excited to share with you everything that I've been through. I'm going to talk to you about my symptoms, what I did to relieve them, how we found out. So if you're interested, stay tuned and let's just go ahead and get started. Well, I have three beautiful boys. My first one's Fernando, or Nandito as we call him. He's 7 years old. I have my second baby, who unfortunately we lost while I was 25 weeks pregnant. It was a very high-risk pregnancy, so we went through a lot through that pregnancy. And after that, we were actually planning not to have any more kids because we were just so terrified with everything that happened. But my son Nandito wanted a baby brother so bad, and we just couldn't resist. So, you know, with God's blessing, we said, well, if you allow us to have another baby, we would love to have another blessing with us. And sure enough, we were able to have our rainbow baby, which is little baby Santiago. He's going to be 2 already. Time flies. And we're so excited and so blessed to have him. You might hear him around the video because I am in his room, so he comes in and out of the room to play. But yes, nevertheless, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by saying that this is in fact a planned pregnancy. I have 3 beautiful boys, and I always wanted to have my little girl, so I really wanted to give the girl team a chance. And so what I did is I started doing research on the internet, and I said, you know what, I'm really gonna do research because the last couple of times I just said, you know, whatever God gives us, I am totally okay with it. But this time around I said, well, you know what, why not? Even my pets are boys, so let me go ahead and do research and see if maybe there's a way that we can give the girls an advantage, and that is exactly what I did. There's a lot of information on the internet that talks about a baby boy or a baby girl, so of course I did everything possible to try to have a baby girl. And one of the main things that they talked about is obviously tracking your ovulation. I used this little packet right here. I bought it off of Amazon. With this one, what it does is it comes with an application so that you can download the app on your phone, and every time you pee on the stick, it tells you when you're getting closer to ovulation day. And once you get a positive, according to all the research that I did, you're supposed to do the deed the day before your ovulation day, so that you can have a better chance of having a girl, because according to studies, baby girls are slower and steadier, and little boys are just quick. So if you're trying to have a boy, you gotta do it on the day of ovulation, and if you're trying to have a girl, you gotta do it before ovulation, even just a few days. So I can make a video about the whole process that I did if I get it right. I would love to do a video for you. That way I can tell you the steps that we took in order to try to conceive a little baby girl. But with that said, I was very in tune with my body, so I was constantly testing for ovulation. And then once I was getting closer to my period, it also comes with some test strips for pregnancy, so I was actually taking some of those. And one day I actually started to see a faint pink line saying I might be pregnant. So that's when we actually did the TikTok, because I had some tests, some digital tests put away just in case, because we tried for about 3 months. So this is the 3rd month that we actually, you know, I saw an actual positive on the strips. So I said, I have to take an actual pregnancy, like the digital. I trust digital, let me just check it out. So I did, and it said pregnant. It took forever to say pregnant, but it said pregnant. And so I've always liked to double check everything, and we did one test after the other, and the next test said I was not pregnant. So it was funny at the time, but that was like 4 days before my missed period. So then I just gave time, and I just waited for after I missed my period. We took another 3 tests, and they all said pregnant. Now I'm going to talk about my symptoms and what I did to make myself feel better. I have to say that during this pregnancy, I asked God to allow me to have a normal pregnancy and hopefully just no bleeding, no hospitalizations, nothing of that. And I told him, like, you know what, if you want to give me all like the throwing up throughout the whole pregnancy or the acid reflux or whatever you want to give me, it's okay, I'll take it. And I think he took it very seriously, because this has been the most painful, not painful, this has been a tough pregnancy to say the least. I've had every single symptom heightened to its max power, and I'm not even that bad, but it just feels horrible while you're going through it. My first major symptom that I had actually started around week 8, which was extreme fatigue. I always get this with all my pregnancies, and that is that I sleep a lot. I have to at least take one nap during the day because I'm just so exhausted. Another one of my symptoms was headaches. I was getting really bad migraines actually during my first trimester. So the headaches haven't gone away, unfortunately. I still like have lingering headaches throughout the day. So the way I treat them is drink Tylenol. I drink about 1,000 milligrams every like 6 to 8 hours, and Tylenol has been my best friend for my headaches. Fortunately though, after my first period was over, the headaches went from migraines to just regular headaches, so they're a lot more bearable, which is amazing. I mean, I still get them, but when I get them really bad, I just take a nap and usually it helps. And that's exactly what my doctor told me. If you get a really bad headache, just try to rest, try to stay in a dark room with no noise. It's a little hard for me to like not have any screaming or Cocomelon in the background, because my son's always watching his cartoons and his YouTube videos for kids. So, you know, we try because Fernando helps me a lot with him. Another one of my symptoms was, of course, nausea. That, I think, to me is like the most annoying one. I was nauseated throughout the day. I couldn't, like, I would like crave things and I would just be like, I want to eat this so bad, and then I would just smell it and it was just like disgusting. So it was just bad throughout the day. And to top it off, I also had a lot of heartburn with it. So at night I couldn't sleep. So then that brought in insomnia, which was horrible. So you know, you're feeling like I felt like I was on my 3rd trimester, but I was just barely on my like week 9 and week 10, which was just, when you're going through it, it's just like, oh my God. But the hard part of this whole thing is having a toddler and having to go through all your symptoms with a toddler. It was so easy before, because for instance, my first baby was just me. My second and last baby, Santiago, it was easy because my son, Nandito, is super independent. So I just had to help him with school, and whenever Fernando was around, he would help him. But it was pretty much just me, you know. This time around though, it's definitely been interesting, and I am just, you know, I'm kind of trying to get the idea that it's not gonna be as blissful, I guess, or as calm as when I had Santiago, because this time around I have a toddler and he's just gonna turn 2, and my son has been so clingy, and I don't know if this is as a result of me actually being pregnant, and they tell me like, oh, it's because he knows you're pregnant that he's so clingy. He's literally like, he wants to be with me at all times, no matter what. Like, he wants mom to sit with him, he wants mom to watch him at all times. So clingy, I don't think does it justice. Nevertheless, I love it because I get to spend time with him right now and give him all the attention that he needs, because I know that once baby comes, then I have to actually be like breastfeeding or pumping or, you know, changing the baby's diapers, so it's going to take a lot of my time. So I am trying to provide him all the time in the world right now and show him, you know, mommy's here no matter what. I can't wait to see what it's going to be like when the baby comes and you have like, you're sleep deprived. But you know, we'll see. We'll tackle that battle once it's here. How did I manage my heartburn? I was actually really bad with my eating habits, because when I'm pregnant, I never stop eating. Like, I eat everything that I crave. And normally my cravings are spicy food and fresh food. So it was pretty bad. There was this one time I had some vegan tacos, and I've never not wanted to eat vegan tacos so bad, because I actually threw the whole thing up. I feel like I threw up the whole entire day worth of foods that one time. And let me tell you, it is horrible. Like, I was like, ugh. Not only that, but you know, we're going through like an emotional, like, our hormones are through the roof. Our hormones are increasing daily. So I was very emotional. Very, very, very emotional. And I am still very emotional with this pregnancy. And this is why a lot of people tell me I might be having a girl, because they say that girls' hormones crash with your hormones, and thus it makes you very emotional. Is it true? I don't know. I guess we'll find out as soon as I find out what I'm having. But yes, the way I treated my heartburn, to go back to that, is I started eating smaller meals after the fact that I had my big throw up session, and snack. So I was eating crackers, drinking water. I was drinking a lot of sparkling water. Sparkling water was like my best friend. If you can drink sparkling water, try to drink that. I tried to drink ginger tea, and it was just not happening for me. And I also bought the lollies that I'm gonna insert right here for you. Those really didn't do much for me either. I had a favorite flavor, so it was the red ones. Those were my favorites. But other than that, the other ones were pretty nasty. So I mean, if they help you, great. Everybody's different, you know. So I can't tell you like these are not gonna work, because they just, for me personally, they didn't work. Crackers were my BFF. That's the way that, you know, I kind of went throughout my day. I always had crackers with me, so I was constantly eating, and I wasn't eating big meals. That was actually helping my heartburn and my nausea as well. Thankfully though, it did go away at 14 weeks, like scheduled. It was on time, and I no longer have to worry about that for the next few weeks, or at least until I reach my 3rd trimester. I asked you guys to ask me questions on Instagram about my pregnancy, and some of the questions was, did I know what I was having? I don't know what I'm having. I think I might be having a boy, because other than the emotional and the headaches, everything else is pretty much the same symptoms and the same cravings, and everything is very similar to my boy's pregnancies. Fernando looks at my belly and he says it looks like a boy belly. So I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm having. I think I might be having a boy. I kind of prepare myself, you know, because I've already had 3 boys. So it's more like, most likely you'll have another boy. But if it's a girl, then wonderful. Everything we did, all the efforts that we took, all the planning, the scheduling, the positions, everything that was done turned out to be effective, and it actually works. So I will get back to you guys on the gender. One of the questions actually was if I had any names, and I don't have any names because I don't want to focus on thinking of a girl name or a boy name, and we never make a decision on a name until it's last minute anyway. So this time we said we're not going to focus on names until we know the gender of the baby. So no, we do not have a name. If this is your first pregnancy and you're going through your first trimester, know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that you're a warrior. You can do this. Girls, we're made for this. Just, make sure you're getting pampered as much as you can. I am so sorry if you actually have to go out and work in an actual building and deal with people, because that is horrible. I deal with people over the phone, but my bed is right there. So I get to go to sleep whenever I want. I get to be on my couch. I get to be comfy clothes. So I am blessed to have the job that I have. But if you, for whatever reason, have to be going and have to be dealing with customer service, know that it does get better as soon as some people even before 14 weeks. Your second trimester is the best trimester. So just know that every week that passes, your baby gets older and it gets closer for you to meet them. And at the end of the day, it's so worth it. So everything that you're going through, remember you were made for this and you've got this, okay? Additionally, if you are planning to have any more babies, this is a big mistake I made my first time I was pregnant. This comes from a person that's been pregnant 3 times already. So buy yourself maternity clothes. Invest in yourself. I didn't do it the first time around and I was like, oh, they're so expensive. But just buy yourself some basics, buy yourself some comfortable underwear, buy yourself some comfortable jeans. If you're pregnant during the summer like me, buy yourself some comfortable shorts. Make sure you invest in yourself, because honestly, you're already uncomfortable because you're growing a human. Like, this is not, it's not a walk in the park. So make sure you invest in yourself, get yourself as comfortable as you can. It is worth it in the long run. So buy yourself a few pieces that you can mix and match. It's totally okay. A little tip that I have for you is I usually buy a lot of dresses, and I'll just buy like a size bigger than my normal size. That way I have room for the belly. But other than that, I mean, you're gonna be getting sweaty, you're gonna be exhausted because your body's all constantly working. It's working like 2 to 3 times as hard as it normally does. So just picture yourself like walking on a treadmill all the time as you're doing your daily activities. It's not a walk in the park. Do try to stay active if your doctor allows you to, if you have a safe pregnancy. But don't focus too much on how your body changes, and never ever compare yourself to anybody else. Your belly grows a certain way, it's okay. When I'm pregnant, normally my face gets a lot more rounder, and then my arms, I usually gain a lot of weight on my arms. But my doctor said as long as you go for a walk at least 30 minutes a day, at least 3 times a day, that's the key. And just try to eat smaller meals. Trust me, it's going to help you. If you can take down on smoothies and have a breakfast smoothie instead of like a heavy breakfast, try that as well. And hydration. I cannot stress enough about staying hydrated, because that's just gonna prevent you from swelling up like crazy, because you do a lot of times retain a lot of water when you are pregnant. So try to avoid like salty fried foods if you can, and just drink a lot of water. It's just gonna be your BFF. And if you can't drink a lot of water, then infuse it with fruits or with things that make you, feel better. Because I know it's easier when they tell you like, oh, do this, do that, but just listen to your body. I mean, that's the best advice I can give you. Listen to your body and stock up on the things that you can. I was getting jitters. Like, if I don't eat, I get really bad. So that's why I'm constantly eating. And I always have like little snacks. I have like crackers or peanuts or almonds, and I have like little snacks all the time. And that actually helps me stay sane, because I do get hangry quite often. But other than that, that's pretty much it for me. I'm so blessed. I've had such a beautiful pregnancy so far. It's been tough. It was tough the first trimester, but take it a day at a time. You know what? If today I have a little bit more energy, I'll do what needs to be done. If I don't, then it's going to stay like that. So if your house is a mess, and specifically because you have other kids around, please don't stress about that, because you're already going through so much that you don't need to be stressing about you know, having to clean your house or anything like that. So ask for help. I mean, sometimes I actually got somebody to come and clean the house for me, which is amazing because you just, you know, having a clean house kind of boosts my mood. So I have people come and help me clean my house, and Fernando has helped me a lot too. He, like, the first thing he does in the morning, he's so sweet, he makes me coffee and he brings me my peanut butter and jelly sandwich because I love peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I absolutely love peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So he's been a trooper. Like, he's been hanging in there with me. There's sometimes I want to kill him over no reason at all, and he's just, you know, he's put up with me. So I'm also blessed to have a wonderful man next in my team battling this, because they're pregnant too and they need to suffer a little bit, right? It's not just us. So if you did like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you have any additional questions for me, go ahead and put any comments at all on the comment box below. I'll be happy to chat with you. Go ahead and just let me know below. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every single time that we post a brand new video. And I really hope you enjoyed this one. I will be doing a second trimester recap as well. So yes, thank you again so much for watching, and you have a wonderful day.